Greetings and welcome, my Cancerian Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in twin flame relationships for the month of August 2019. I am your reader for today at Mark A. Lyons Mel for short, professional witch, the professional intuitive, and really ready to do this reading. I'm actually doing this when the moon is in Scorpio. Today's the Tuesday, right? The meditation was very deep. The blessing of the cards was very deep. So if this is your first time watching me or watching one of my Twin Flame series, I do recommend that you go watch the video clarifying Twin Flames, Soulmates, and True Lovers. It's in the links below because it's not that I'm redefining it. It's so much as that the terms are different. There's a difference between Twin Flame and Soulmate, and they're being absolutely interwoven and intermeshed in ways that are confusing even for me. And I've been studying this stuff for a while. That's all in the video. Go watch it, because the Twin Flames, this is where a lot of your transformation is happening on the spiritual path and on the path of true love. And the path of true love is your spiritual path through the lens of your relationships in all different forms. So a twin flame relationship in that context are turbulent. They are the ones that get pre-incarnational contracts, agreements, just as soulmates are, but the function is different, the purpose of the contract. Twin flame relationships teach you how to heal yourself. So the other person cannot, by contract, give you what you need, what you want them to give you, nor you them. Ultimately, but that you each learn how to give that to yourself. And then twin flame relationships can really blossom. And because, you know, what if it's a child? Why wouldn't you have a twin flame relationship with a child or a parent or a boss or a, you know, turbulent? But by the way, outside of the romantic sexual context, in the sexual romantic context, they can be intense, they can be hot, they can be ultimately devastating. But what gets devastated needs to be devastated on your, you know, within you, on your path. Is just how it rolls. I know it sucks. I didn't make that roll. I wouldn't have. I'm a hedonist. So shall we? We're only picking 14 cards. If an extra card jumps out, I'll use it. It's happened. But the deal is that we're doing 3 lines of information here. The first will be you, my Cancerians. You'll get 1 from each of the 5 decks. The second line will be for the other in this twin flame situation. We're not even going to do sun, moon to you, so you know you are the top line, right? This is really good for cross watchers too, because cross watchers are totally welcome. Isn't it tricky though when the person's your same sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign or whatever? Tricky. It's like it's intuitional gymnastics. You can flip-flop back and forth. Anyway, second line is the other. So we're really defining clearly. My guides are so good. They showed me how to do this. And then the third line we will do the relationship overview itself. Let's get down to business. Going to start with the Caroline Mace archetype cards. We're only picking 2 of these. 1 for you, my Cancerians, 1 for the other in this twin flame relationship. The third will not have one of these, just how it flies. So, my pantheon of angels, gods, and masters, please. The tuning, I am tuned. I feel that Cancerian collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. In twin flame relationships, I feel the variety, but the basic theme within the variety of twin flame relationship. Let's do this. Please, 1 card for the Cancer, sun, moon, rising, Venus sign in this twin flame relationship. Yeah, no. Close, no cigar. This is Cancer now. Really feel it. 1 for the Cancerian, sun, moon, rising, Venus sign in this twin flame relationship. The Shapeshifter. Now, what I'm doing with these is I'm getting all of the first row down, and then I'll do them because so many of them I could spend hours on, right? Particularly those archetype cards, Caroline Mace archetype cards. So let's go to the angels. My angels, please, 1 card for this Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign in this twin flame relationship, a card of clarity. Please elucidate. Oh, enchantment. Now, not my favorite word. We'll get there. We'll get there. Enchantment. I was enchanting. Enchanté. My gods. Oh, particular Hera and Hades are in the house today. Throne of Cancer, Throne of Scorpio. Feeling you. Feeling this deep. Please. My gods. One card in clarity for this Cancerian Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign in this twin flame relationship for August 2019. Ooh, criticism. Criticism. Yeah, not always nitpicky, but what are the chances? What are the chances? Well, with enchantment there too, that and Shapeshifter. This is very interesting. This is well, they're all interesting. It's just tuning to the collective and finding that network of archetypal theme to give. It is. They're like coordinates on a GPS, larger picture. All right. My masters, please. One card here for Cancer. There you are. One card here for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in this twin flame relationship for August 2019. I feel you. Fear. Now, I felt that so gentle, tuning in to those masters, felt very divine feminine, felt very soothing, like Kuan Yin, Mother Mary, as if to say, it's okay. It's okay, we're here. Because we'll get that Whisper of Love card next, but with enchantment, things are not as they appear to be. Yeah. So my pantheon of angels, gods, and masters, please, one card, a Whisper of Love for this Cancerian Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign in this twin flame relationship. Oh, I feel it. For August 2019, right at the top. Choose love. You always have a choice as to what you should do. Choose love. Now, come on. You've got fear. Choose love, right? I'm going to read the Shapeshifter. This will help. You know, very Sammerlot. I loved Sammerlot. The Shapeshifter archetype, remember I say it every time, every archetype has a light and shadow, a gold and lead. Where is your percentage? You know, you always want to be gently moving any of the archetypal contractual soul power stuff. You always want to be alchemizing experience into wisdom that way, refining your power. So in this relationship as Shapeshifter, light attribute, skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. Now, I don't have Shapeshifter dominant in my alchemical blend, but I can do it. I can absolutely see potential. I am, and on the Myers-Briggs thing, I am an ENFP, so I can see potential and meaning where it need not exist. Right? I have to be really careful of that. Thank you, being a Virgo. But now here's the shadow attribute. Projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. Now that's just a survival skill, although this is not, Shapeshifter is not in the survival family of archetypes. I believe that is in Wild Card. I'll check in the edits. What do you guys think? Thank you. Thanks, Mom. My matron, my mother, my queen, you have to be a little formal with her sometimes, particularly when we're working. So with feeling that line out right there, like line one here, the Shapeshifter, enchantment, the Knight of Blades, criticism, you know, it's really in the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's that being bound, but to be perhaps so identified with a point of view on this, and yet with enchantment, saying that yes, the divine is at work, but things are not as they appear to be. That's why I don't like that word enchantment as an earth sign. It's like, let me see what is, right? First sight, screw second sight. Let me see what's actually going on here. Right? It's very Terry Pratchett. Everything I really needed to know and learn about witchcraft, I learned from the Tiffany A. King series and other Discworld books from Terry Pratchett. If you liked Good Omens, you'll love the Discworld books. Because, you know, there is a fear in play here. And yes, can you be polarizing because of that fear? What I mean by that is, so in your point of view, that the idea of even choosing love feels foreign right now. But Shapeshifter, that this is also about navigating levels of consciousness, right? It's like, can you see this from a higher place? Yes, I get that on the outside, Cancerian, oh, I wore my Cancerian rings today, right? My mother's a Cancer. I've had Cancerian women in my life throughout, right? What do you mean by that? Moody? What do you mean, right? So I get that if you are projecting an image, what I call the castle wall, right? The castle of the soul, just like, all right, this is now going on behind the castle wall. Like, I get that maybe you're part of that enchantment too, or you're deliberately putting forth an enchantment that things are not exactly as they seem, which is why I love the image of the unicorn, because you go, oh, unicorn, it's so beautiful. It's truly a magical creature. So beautiful, so innocent. It's a couple of tons of raw muscle with a deadly weapon on its head, and can only be tamed by a virgin. And where are you going to find one, right? Tricky. Tamed by a Virgo. Wouldn't that be great? I'm not ready to do stable care. Just saying, at that point in my life. So that thing with choose love, Cancerian here, there's an opportunity here for you to heal. Remember what are twin flames about? They're teaching you how to heal yourself. That if you're going to take that card of criticism, you can use that to focus on choosing love. Love yourself, loving what rises, and we'll get there in the overview. Okay, essentially to come from your higher self, your true self. This is sort of like inner child work. It's about understanding that there's a level of consciousness in you that is shifting and changing while coming from a higher level of consciousness. Yeah. Twin flame stuff, absolutely. Let's get the other, shall we? My pantheon of angels, gods, and masters. Oh, thank you for the centering. That was a lot. I could feel that one. Interdimensional overlaps. Please. An archetype for the other in this Cancerian Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign in this twin flame relationship. Please show me one for the other here. Who is the other? What's going on here? The Hermit. Very popular archetype lately. Favorite of mine. I do not have it lifelong. I am Leo rising. I'm not going to get away with that, but I can hermit up, and also for the hermit crab, right? So even though Cancerian, like I said, in this twin flame relationship, you are the first line of information. This second line, starting with the hermit, that might be something you very much relate to, right? So twin flame, this might even be something at home or in the home. Well, yeah, right. Fourth house, home. My angels, please, one card. I hear you. I hear you. For this other, who is the other in this twin flame relationship with the Cancerian Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign? Who is this? Miracles. Miracles, miracles, miracles. I was going to say there was something very Course in Miracles about this first line about choosing love. Choose yet again. And, you know, outside of the context of A Course in Miracles, the word miracle is something defying natural law, right? Something that happens that really there's no physical explanation way. It's something miraculous, a thing of grace, a thing of the divine. And the Hermit with miracles, that really speaks that the other one here might very well be withdrawing to do some miracle working, which out of context, if you don't have the Course in Miracles background, just it's so tricky to recommend to witches Course in Miracles stuff. That's why I actually have Vimeos up on my Vimeo page, Miracles for the Magical. I've done some Course in Miracles stuff. I mean, I've taught it for years. But it's essentially about the miracle of forgiveness, about choosing forgiveness, but not the forgiveness you think. It's a quantum level thing. And that's why I'm getting Shapeshifter, that you can really tune to a higher, navigate to a higher level of consciousness here and heal yourself. All right, my gods. Woo! Gods, please throw the cards across the table. But that's the energy of this. Like, I feel this is like, I don't want to say more high vibrational than other readings that I've done in the twin flame setting, but there's something more dynamic here. My gods, please, let's clarify this. Please, one card for the other. In this Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. In this twin flame relationship. There you go. Nope. One more, please. One more time around. I feel you. One card of clarification for the other in this twin flame relationship. The Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. 10 of Blades. Now, not a pretty card in the Rider-Waite. In this deck, certainly more humane, and one where pieces of the puzzle are brought together. The rattle, we'll get there. My masters, please. Please, one card for the other. In this twin flame relationship with Cancer, Sun, Moon. Oh, there she is. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Please, one card for the other here. Thank you. Thank you. Communication totally makes sense with that that 10 of Blades there. Wow. Wow. Whoever this other is, I like. I don't want to say him necessarily, or these are gender neutral. We're not even going into the language of divine masculine, divine feminine here. I save that for the Path of True Love readings, which go watch those. Go watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus there, I bet. I mean, I guess that's true for all of the different signs, but this one in particular, there's something going on here. So please, my pantheons of angels, gods, and masters, please, a whisper of true love concerning this other in relationship, in twin flame relationship with this Cancerian Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign for August 2019. Consider your foundation. You are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. Now, we've got choose love for you, Cancerian. We've got consider your foundation and how committed this one is to love. And I have to say, it feels like, Cancerian, you're the one who's iffy. You've got that card of the fear and criticism and perhaps nitpicky. Oh, Cancerian being nitpicky? Never. But with that card of enchantment and shape-shifting, they might have no idea. You might be like, no, everything's... No, what do you mean? Now, I can relate to that, you know, that sign of Hera, the sign of Cancer, Mother Goddess Hera. Mother, my maiden, my matron, my mother, my queen, blessed be. Dignity, right? There's nothing wrong with putting stuff behind the crab wall, right? The crab castle wall, the castle crab wall, keeping it behind shells and pinchers, so that, you know, you go ahead, focus in. If you're going to do this card of, right, criticism, not so much be critical on yourself, although what are the chances? Of course, you can be emotionally critical on yourself or critical about your emotions, but to really address that fear and choose to love that fear. Not that you're going to let it drive your decisions, but better to, you are the mothers of the zodiac, to nurture and love that fear, because that fear is lead that really, there is the lead that, as you alchemize it to gold, brings you to higher levels of consciousness, right? Through different skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness. So to bring higher consciousness, the higher self, the true love, the divine love, focus that in an enchanted way. In other words, may not look like it on the outside. No one needs to know, right? Because whoever this other is, with the card of miracles, I mean, miracles with the Ten of Blades, it's like there's a realization, there's a completion of the cycle of air there, there's realization that all of the different pieces of the puzzle have had their voice, or all of the information is gathered. I mean, I don't usually do reversals and tilts. Well, with rectangular cards, I don't have to. But with the round ones, this one is it really came at a 90 degree, which means like, well, it's in process. It's not exactly straight up, straight down, you know, positive or reverse key. It's at 90 degree. It's like half conscious, half subconscious, but not completely unconscious. There are pieces on the table, and there's communication ready to happen here, a desire to communicate this. And in that communication, there is a consideration of this person's foundation. This person feels pretty stable. And by the way, I did not read the card of the Hermit itself, because it's not exactly what you think. We all like time away. I like time away. We all need time away, right? I mean, I'm a Virgo. I need my I call it my solitary time, right? It's a very witch word, right? Ultimately, I'm an eclectic, solitary, gay witch, mystic. Bite me. Bite my shiny magic ass if you don't like it. But the Hermit is different. This is a soul power, right? So the light attribute seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity, right? So I get that with the Hermit. It's in my second wheel of archetypes, my Kairos wheel. Well, interestingly enough, in Scorpio, the moon is in Scorpio today. So that to retreat, to pull back, to rebuild, and to focus on the inner life. That's what keeps me sane, keeps me balanced. Shadow attribute withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgment of others, refusing to help those in need. Now, the shadow side of that, I can feel that there's of course elements of the light and shadow, both for the Shapeshifter and the Hermit in this twin flame relationship, but there are movements towards healing here, that there may be a lack of communication because the Hermit is in play, but now as puzzle pieces are coming together, both on the inner and outer, the conscious and the subconscious, that there is a consideration of the foundation of how much are they willing to choose love. And come on, you've got miracles and you've got enchantment in the first line. Come on, there's something going on. So let's do the overview. My pantheon of angels, gods, and masters. Please, one card for the overall twin flame relationship here for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for August 2019. That feels lovely. That feels lovely. Spiritual growth. Spiritual growth. Thank you, my angels. My gods. One card, please, for this twin flame relationship, for this Cancerian Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign for August 2019. The Pisces card. Spiritual growth in Pisces. Definitely this relationship is affecting the emotions of the collective, not just for each their relative signs. It might really be in general. All right. Please, my masters, clarify this, please. Spiritual growth with the Pisces for this overall, this overview, this twin flame relationship with Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign for August 2019. This feels different. Yeah, wild abandon emotionally, but with spiritual growth. And this is certainly for what you'd say, a higher purpose. You got miracles and enchantment. It's a lot. Last one down, right? Here we go. My pantheon of angels, gods, and masters, please, one card, a whisper of true love for this twin flame relationship with Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. August 2000. That's only one. 2019, it is only one. It's the True Love card. It keeps coming up. This love is a once-in-a-lifetime love. So look, again, twin flame relationships are relationships necessary on the path of true love. They are tumultuous. They are transformative. They are passionate, but they teach you how to heal yourself, to love yourself, self-esteem, self-respect, the whole nine. I mean, it's the whole you can heal your life, we say, book cover to cover, and beyond, right? I mean, there's a mystical part of it. It's pre-incarnational. You know, that's why I work with Caroline Myss archetype cards. This is about your sacred contracts, what you came in, the role that you were chosen to play as a soul for the personality and the body in which you inhabit. Overall here, I gotta say, Cancerian, the spiritual growth with the Piscean thing, that there is a thing here for emotional growth, meaning emotional strength. I would call that in the heart chakra, the grace of fortitude, to really be able to surrender to what this is, knowing that true love will conquer all, whether or not this relationship. Because you know what, by the way, they're redirecting me here. The wild abandon is here, and often, yes, thought of as a say. I mean, one of the people is naked in the fountain. It's like our lips are sealed, except they keep their clothes on. It's my favorite video, probably of all time. This not necessarily be a romantic thing. I mean, particularly with that other, with the consider your foundation. Like, this could easily be family. This could easily be work, by the way, as well. But there is an opportunity for, and I'm going to speak for the Cancerian in this, cross-watcher, you too, but with that Pisces alignment there, yeah, well, I mean, look for, if you want to look at, you know, other Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, etc., and all this you can. But more the emotional dynamic of that, the 12th house is about mysticism in the unconscious. It's that which we are unaware of most of the time. So there might be some there's definitely some stuff, not just in your personal subconscious, but in the collective unconscious, that wild abandon. It's like being free. It's going for it. I would say choose love. I mean, that's really the whisper of love for you, first line. Choose love. For yourself, start there. Love that fear that's rising inside of you, that 5-year-old child that is just terrified and overthought, right? Overthinking. 9 of Blades, but way too critical. Like critical care unit, focusing too much on the microscopic, particularly with that card of enchantment. You might not even realize you're doing it, right? Things are not as they appear to be, but that you're also being critical on a situation that is not as it appears to be, my shapeshifters. All right, this is quite an interesting reading. And I always say I wish you luck. I wish all the signs luck. But more than that, may you be blessed. May all the signs be blessed. May we all be blessed with everything we need in these twin flame relationships, that we can heal what we need to heal, that we can learn what we need to learn, that we can be a little badass about it, or, you know, some days in Scorpio moon, like today, a lot of badass, right? To choose love, to heal, to love what rises, and by all means to keep your dignity about it. You don't have to bawl your eyes out in public. Someone triggers you, go back behind castle wall. Heal that trigger. It was there before you got triggered. But is your own criticism getting the better of you or not? Yeah. I love you, my Cancerians, my crabby crabs. Crabby salute. What do you mean? Do we have a secret handshake now? But for now, I wish you the very best and the very blessed of August 2019 in this twin flame relationship. Now, farewell, and blessed be.